Welcome to Workshop IRL. Today we are going to be making a small hatchet. This isn't going to be functional or anything, but it is going to be a little cute decoration that would look nice somewhere. It is small enough to fit in the palm of my hand, and for this you are going to require any small knife. You're going to need a small stick like this one, and then a small shard of flint. Then, to start us off, let me show you the different knives you could use for this. I've got about, 6 pocket knives here. I've got the Swiss Army knife I've had for a while, and it's got a bunch of different blades. It's more of a utilitarian knife. This is an old pocket knife that belonged to my grandpa that he lost and was sitting in the mud for 3 years. I cleaned it up a bit. Then I bought this case rust lock. It's more of a fancy carry pocket knife. These case Stockmans are I got this one for Christmas, and this one was my great grandfather's, but they are for woodworking specifically. And then we have this crude knife that I built out of a broken file and some cable. I showed you all these knives for a reason. They are all functional for the thing we're about to do, except for this one. It can't have maintained a good edge in the mud for so long. Anyway, we are going to start off working with this file knife. So what you want to do is grab your knife and scrape lightly on the stick with the cutting edge. Make sure to lead it in diagonally, as if you do it in straight, then you might break the stick. We don't want to break the stick. It's a pain in the butt to break the stick and have to go out to look for a new perfect sized twig and then prepare it. Anyway, there were knobs on this one, like on the end. I cut them off before recording, but yeah, you can, to handle a knob, let me show you with a different stick. You want to cut from behind where the knob comes out, and then you can chop it up from the back. This isn't the best knife for the job as it's very crude, but if you use a woodworking knife like this blue Stockman, I'm cutting off a lot more with it. Anyway, I'm not too good at this cutting stuff, but I'm just good enough to record this video. Back to the stick. You want to go for the bark and just scrape very lightly so that you can get a nice little handle for your hatchet, and prepare it for the slit. You'll know what the slit is all about in a sec. Anyway, it can be kind of hard at parts, but I've made a fair point of showing you that you can use any knife. I just haven't sharpened this file knife all that well. Anyway, let's move on to a different knife. I'm going to be using this blue Stockman. It's very smooth, lightweight, and Stockmans can be expensive. I would recommend buying one like this utilitarian knife. You could get it for like 23 bucks at Academy or something. Anyway, yeah, Swiss Army knives are extremely useful, really good, and they are made out of sturdy materials, not fancy materials. They are designed to keep you alive in the wilderness, cut open packages, make stuff out of wood, and pretty much everything imaginable is in this pocket knife. However, if you are into the knives themselves, then I suggest spending a bunch of your money on one of these, at least if you're going to do it for a while. Anyway, I've scraped off most of the bark. We can now move on to the slit. We aren't going to get this piece of flint in here without a slit. I need to make it so that this shard can get on. I've kind of pre-cut a slit, but it's not done, so you'll get to see how to do it. It needs to be sturdy so that you can work, and it just needs to be sturdy enough so that it will stay in there for a few seconds while you can get your glue out. I think glue is pretty easy to use. I don't have to show you how to use it. And now it is time to start the slitting. You'll need to apply light pressure, or at the very least get your fingers out of the way so that you can apply heavy pressure, and when the blade slips off like this, it won't cut your hand open. I am not very good at sharpening as of now, so these are slightly dull. Don't make my mistake, use a sharp knife. Look up a video on the internet, but I've got the slit a bit deeper. Let's keep on cutting before trying to put it in. Anyway, I would concentrate on getting the slit just wide enough for your flint shard, but make sure it's plenty deep too. Let's go see how this looks. Will it stick? Almost. Let's cut a bit deeper. Let me get my old Stockman heirloom. Stockman knives have 3 different blades, and I just like the case ones because they're the nicest, but you can get any Stockman and most of them are going to last you a good long while. Anyway, this bigger Stockman blade is much better. I'm using a bigger Stockman, that's probably why, but it's making a lot more progress into cutting it deep. You want to make sure the blade isn't going anywhere where it could cut your fingers. I'm not even using gloves. That's not all that smart. You can see this cut that I got. Probably not from a knife, but still, it's a reminder. Please be careful. I got this one from a knife. Not sure you can see it, but it was because I was sharpening and the thing slipped and cut me right here. So just please be really careful. I can't express it enough. Sorry if I look like I'm constantly showing stuff off. I'm just trying to highlight every detail. And me showing you all these different knives is just so that you can understand that it doesn't matter what type you have. I have all these different ones, and you can definitely use any one of them for this project. I'm not just trying to flex on you. Anyway, we're getting pretty deep on the slit. Let's go see if it will fit. Anyway, yeah, this will definitely stick until I can glue it in. At least I hope. Hold on. Well, it's working. I think this does it for the video. I hope you liked this. There are definitely going to be more workshop IRL videos in the future. You can keep this little hatchet as a decoration. Obviously glue it in. It's too inconvenient for me to get up and get the glue, but you get the idea. I think this looks really nice, and it's pretty easy. You could just do it in a few minutes. I hope this helped you out. Yeah. Bye.